Some water. I said blow on it. Didn't I say blow on it? It's the first thing I said. Which one is the extension cord? You okay? Blow on it. Are you blowing on it? Are you used to it now? Is it not that hot now? How's that, babe? There you go, Mom. I didn't know I was that hungry. Go ahead. I'm gonna make a cheese sandwich. Cheese. Just some bread, cheese, and a little mayo. Nice and light. Hold on, Artie. Want some milk, Mom? I gotta get something to eat real quick. I didn't mean to really start the video yet, but I'm gonna take a minute and eat my sandwich. I'm eating my sandwich. I didn't mean to start the video yet. But I was like, I'm late, I'm so late. So I started it, and then I'm like, wait, I need to eat or I'm gonna sound like a crazy, angry lunatic. A crazy, hangry, hungry and an angry lunatic. So I need to eat a sandwich. Sometimes people are too skinny. You need to eat a sandwich. Sometimes they're bitchy. Eat a freaking sandwich. You getting full? You can finish it though, right? Good? Can you finish it? Already chill. One more bite? Good job. You ate really good today. The fan helps. That helps your appetite. Helps you stay hungry. Nothing like guzzling milk out of the gallon jug. No. Already know. No, here. Hey! Go on. Out. 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 Go. Go. Go on. Love you. Alright. Go on. Go lay down. Go on, squirrely. Tucker, go. Go. Good boy. Go on. Go on. Taos is the weirdest place we ever lived. Taos. Where we live now. I think it's the weirdest place we ever lived. Yeah. This place is nutty. This place is nutty. I gotta have my cookie for dessert. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna do my talk in a minute. I just want to finish eating. No more talk. Benny, go lie down. No. You're not going out right now. No. Go. 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 Okay, ready? Let me just do a set real quick. Just kidding. Alright. Here we go. It's been 5 days since I've done a talk. Lots happened since I've done a talk. Well, lots happened in the world. Lots happened. The Earth has changed in so many ways in the last 5 days. We're in... I have this app that now 5 minutes ago, 11 minutes ago. So this is in the last 11 minutes. The little blue icon, that's my disaster app. So in the last 11 minutes, there's a tornado in Grand Rapids, Michigan, a tornado in Twin Cities, Minnesota, and a tornado in La Crosse, Wisconsin. That's 3 different states, right? I mean, it's just people have tried to create a box and call it reality for so long, and it worked for a long time. They got people to go to work, right? They got people. They got people. The education system, from kindergarten to senior, right? They established that. Then college and then they have all these little pockets of where people have created their own reality-based environment based on how they want it, things, right? Well, there's also this natural course of action, organic ways of how things are supposed to be. And pretty much the world's been hijacked by a bunch of freaking egomaniacal, freaking twisted mentalities. Doesn't matter the shade of their skin. Doesn't matter their economic background. Doesn't matter their who they sleep with, their gender, their sex. None of that stuff matters. There's just the controller, and then there's the freedom fighter. And the two are merging and colliding. More and more and more and more and more. And it's creating so much friction in the world. All these different ideologies are breaking down. All these different... It's already... Oh, it's begun. Then that I saw that video of... I showed Mom. A couple days ago, I started watching Reels. Benny? He needs a drink of water. Hit that hydration station, Benny. So, come here, Benno. Come here. Benny, come here. Come up here. Come up here, sit by Grandma Retta. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Come here. Good boy. Come on. Vinny, go. Get up here. Come on. Good boy. Get up. Come on. Get up here. Go ahead. Go on. So a few days ago, God, just go lay down, dude. I'm not taking you out right now. He drives me crazy with this shit. Go sit down. Sit down then. Sit. Doesn't matter what time I fucking do it. He does it every time. It's God. Benny, he's the problem child. It's just how he is, just how God made him. So, where was I? A couple days ago, I always just X out of all that stuff, videos and reels, and I got IT background. I don't use apps on my phone for social media. I don't have Twitter, I don't have Instacrap, I don't have Facebook. I just use the web-based version in my browser on my phone or my laptop, whatever. So I don't allow access to cameras and microphones, and I've never done TikTok. I don't think I've ever even made an account. For a long time, I would create accounts for these things just so I could know what people were talking about, and then what happened is I stopped caring. It's just all a waste of time. It's all a time suck. So I found that time suck, and so like periodically throughout the day, because Mom likes to know what's going on in the world, right? You know, we don't necessarily like being out in the world and a part of the world so much, but it's important to know what's going on. I find it's important to know because I listen to so many astrology reports that it confirms, it verifies, you know, the trajectory of how I think course of action, how things are gonna go, how timelines are, how they're gonna go. You know, you can't live in paradise forever. Nobody gets to live a freaking, you know, and I think it's awful the things the you know, the fire that went through Maui. See, I don't have that whole Hawaiian, that's not in my life path. It's not where my heart is drawn to. When I was like in high school, I wanted to go to Hawaii because that's where all the cool kids went on their senior trips, you know, and stuff like that. And so I wanted to be like the cool kids. I wasn't a cool kid. And then I always like was around people, like I had cousins that they got to go to Hawaii when they graduated high school. You know, my brother, you know, my brother was actually in Hawaii on 9/11 at a Tony Robbins conference, if that gives you a little idea of the kind of guy he was. Poli-sci major, and I was a lawyer for the state of California. We don't get along real good. He's Virgo, I'm Aries. But I love Virgo. Some of my favorite people are Virgos. That's not why we don't get along very good. It's because I'm in balance and he's in imbalance, and that's why we clash. I don't clash with imbalance. And there's some times that I am in the imbalance, and then I have the clashes within myself. So just scrolling through, you know, the reels and stuff, and I got these Gen X people and stuff, and I got like this family where they everybody enables everybody in that family. I think they're from New Jersey or something. I don't like stuff where they prank people. I don't think pranking people's. I don't like. There's a lot of that husband and wife stuff where they prank each other. Whether they're trying to scare them or I'm not, none of that stuff. I go past that. I like the animal stuff.
We like the animal stuff. Some of the, I don't even really, I don't know, I didn't even grow up like these. I don't even have all these advantages that these Gen X people that are making their videos are like. They got a lot of shit, man. Like every scene, there's just crap in the background. It's like, my heart always comes back to it. What are people doing for other people? Not for yourself. Not living that best life, going around. And so many people have created a bubble for themselves. This life of a bubble. And so many realities are being popped. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people on the island of Maui whose realities were devastated. Because they thought that they lived in paradise and that nothing was ever going to change. And how many people wake up every day and they have these things, say these same thoughts? See, I was a little girl, I was afraid of everything. We grew up in Northern California, right below Mount Shasta, right below not too far from Mount Lassen. Mount Lassen erupted, I think it was 1909, I can't remember last time Lassen erupted. It was in the early 1900s. I just saw something on it not too long ago. Like real recently. And so I would always stay awake at night thinking about, if Mount Shasta erupts, are we going to be swooped away in a molten river of lava? These are the things that kept me up at night, 6 years old, until reality set in, and that's when Mom's boyfriend Larry would start drinking. Then it didn't really matter about volcanoes or earthquakes or anything like that. Because watching your mom get frickin' just about curb stomped and kicked off a frickin' second story porch. All those natural disasters all that fear kind of dissolves, goes away. So, I had the opportunity to get over a lot of stuff that I was fearful of when I was younger. And then I started thinking, like, shoot, don't start thinking about stuff that scares you, because it seems like whenever you start thinking about stuff that scares you, that shit happens. Right? And then I started recognizing on quantum levels how this stuff works, on a cellular basis, how this stuff works, so it's so hard because I've had so many traumatic events happen in my life. It is so hard for me. I'm constantly, every day, all day, telling myself it's okay. And when I was young, man, like, I disassociated so many times, man, and I came back down from spirit into my soul sack, and there's a lot of aspects that didn't make it back in from my, like, there's a lot of people that think that, what are you doing, Lou? You little girl? That there's no such thing as homosexuality, that it derives from things that happened as when you're younger, and there might be truth to that. I will never know, because I have only lived the life of a woman who was sexually assaulted as a 10-month-old baby rape at 10 months old. And I read the police report when I was 13. I was in junior high. I was at senior CVI. I got Scorpio moon, and I always knew that there's something that about me that people just never wanted to talk about, because I always wondered why they sent me to counselors all the time, and I guess they wanted to make sure that my brain was right, that I wasn't gonna, I don't know, go crazy and just pop off and just do whatever, I don't know, look around the world. Look how people are behaving. I guess they don't want me to act like anybody like them, So, I learned from a very young age, like, what people wanted. I'm an empath. I can feel, like, how I know how people want me to act in every situation. What happened, though, is something happened back in, I don't know, 2000, started to, well, it's always kind of progressed, but I had a big shift in my life back in 2014, 15, and 8 years ago, and we're coming up on that Venus star point, that's in Leo now, and it hasn't been for 8. All the cycles are syncing up right now. Everything is so weird. I feel so squirrely. I freaking hate it, man. I don't want to go out. I didn't want to go out today. I got the van back, and I'm not even excited about it. Usually I'm like for a couple days I'll just feel like everything's right in the world. It's not. I spent $2,500 fucking dollars on something I could have done myself, and it's the problem is still there's still a potential danger there. I still need to have the axle. I looked at it today. It looks like a pencil. My axle looks like a pencil, and so I'm like, I can't believe I spent that much, and all they replaced was the struts, and I even told the guy. I told the kid, because I made the technician drive around, because I'm like, what's this noise? He's like, well, what, we just start. I said, you replaced the strut. I said, you didn't replace everything. I said, you kidding me? I said, I looked that shit up online. Parts are only like, $450 for the high end, So, like, why is it 20? Because that's how fucking people operate in Taos, New Mexico. They will rob you. They will rob you. And they will call it service with a smile. It's fucking plain up, straight up fucking extortion. That's why I want to have a place where people can go, like a auto shop, where people can go and work on their own shit. They have them on military bases all over the place. Why can't we spread all the luxuries, all the benefits, all the bonefits that certain pockets and certain groups of people get to fucking everybody? Because it doesn't make money. I'm so fucking over money, man. I'm so over money. I don't even know how to get money so I can fucking satisfy all the shit that other people want just so I can fucking live my life. It's really stupid. And I watch these reels and I'm like, so this is what people watch, huh? This is the shit that people are into. It's just more false for profit. So I probably won't delve into that world for very long, but I do think my interests are changing a little bit. I think I'm gonna up my baking game. I'm gonna bake shit at home and then bring them to restaurants, and if they want to sell them as their desserts in town, they can. Because I'll just do it for fucking fun. And I'll make some freaking rad shit, dude. I'll get fancy. I've been making cakes since I was a little kid, huh, Ma? And decorating them. I've made so many different kinds of cakes. So, anyway, back to the title. So, for a young age, I always knew that I didn't have the propensity. I didn't have the attraction to little boys. I was never boy crazy. I didn't want to go around kissing boys, and I never wanted to grow up and have babies and get married and have babies. Find a man to take care of me. And I can't even start to say it. That was never, and I was just like, dude, what am I going to do? Because that's what society wants me to do. And I don't want to do none of that shit. And so, it was never a secret. Everybody was like, I grew up in Northern California. There's a bunch of freaking white rednecks, hicks, racist, a lot of that, a lot of ranching, all the stuff that comes from that, It's like that every place, man. People just act like where they live isn't full of that shit. Because they don't want people to think unfavorably of the people that live in a town that tolerates so much bullshit, but it's every fucking town. It's every fucking town, man. The fraternal order of bullshit that has seeped in. That's the kid that go be gone. Go be gone, please. Oh, that's the dude that broke out my window. Patience and tolerance and all I do, right? Isn't that what they taught me? Patience and tolerance. Don't get mad about anything, Marge. Don't let anybody get you upset. Just breathe through it all, right? Whatever anybody does to you, Marge, they can spit in your face. Just turn your other cheek and just check. Whatever society can come up with to keep everybody calm, cool, and collective all the time, right? And that's not the world anymore, man. People are losing their fucking minds everywhere. People everywhere are losing their ability, and they don't even know that they're just so freaked out. They're so scared. I have watched a couple of like videos where something like holy shit just happened, and you hear people that they're freaking traumatized. They're like they're in shock. That's what they call it, right? Right? And so more people are going to get their opportunity to experience that more and more and more and more. More and more and more. So all this decades and all this stuff about trying to cover up how things really are, the truth always comes out. It can't be covered up anymore. And all the people that have benefited from all of these organizations, all these dirty deeds that have been done. You want water, bud? That has been happening for far too long. It never should have happened, and it's just been going on, and people are just having too much fun with it. It's a real karmic time right now. It's a real karmic time right now. So I don't know. I've really been struggling the last few days myself. I've been really I figure I said I'm depressed. I don't know if I've ever been depressed in my whole life. But that day that I got the car, like I scrounged up all the money because I had to put $1,000 down before they'd even touch it, and then I owed it was $2,500. Come on, Tuck, come over here, lay down. We'll go walk around in a minute. And I was like, I'm like, I had to go to one of those check cashing places, and they only gave me $400, and then I couldn't get I couldn't find someone to help me, and I was going all over town looking for someone to help me, like drive the van back, and the whole thing, I was just like, you know what? How do these people get these huge, ginormous fucking support systems? Like, how the fuck do they do it? How do they get fucking mom and dad to wipe their ass until they're in their fucking 30s? How the fuck they do that? Like, I see these people on these reels, man. Like, even fucking Gen X dad or whatever, It's like he's always fixing shit. It's like, dude, why didn't you go walk around more, He's got to be stressed because his health is shit, because how fucking overweight is he, man? And these are what people glorify. I really dig that Jelly Roll dude, right? I dig his music. And I don't know why I thought that he was like living a life of recovery or something like that. That was my misinterpretation, because I saw a freaking video of him with IVs, getting IVs in his freaking arm because he drank too much at the awards ceremony the night before. And it's just like, that is all ego shit. That is all, I'm just going to go full board. I'm going to do what I want when I want. Consequences be damned. And it's not just, it's so many people. They're just like, F it. I'm going to go do what I want. There's consequences to that, man. People have to be disciplined. They have to be disciplined at some point in time in their life. They have got to come to a point that they got to discipline themselves and not do all those things that you desire to do. All the chasing of the sensations, whether it's materialistic, it's sexually, I have a lot of fucking sexual, dude. People don't even understand that. They don't even when somebody rapes you as your baby, it turns shit on. It like thrusts you into like your body gets confused, stuff happens. I grew up like, I mean, I was sexualized. It sexualized people at an early age to perpetuate that whole all the porn, all the stuff that goes with sexualizing stuff and chasing sensations. That's why people do. That's why it exists, because it makes so much money. And money makes the world go round until the hurricanes come and the fires come and the this comes. And so all those houses in Maui, do these people have is that like, do they have lots of houses? Can they just go like get an airplane and go fly someplace and live in their another house, or is that their only house? Like, what's the demographic of these people, Where are they going to go? If they don't have other houses in other parts of the United States or someplace, where are they gonna go? Because there's not any fucking houses in Taos, New Mexico. And I know that there's not a lot of housing in California, and there's not a lot of housing in. No, I'm talking about people that us fucking poor people can afford. Us poor people that make less than $2,000 a month. They can't go to work every day. They gotta hang out with their mom. Stuff like that, Because the system is not fucking made for people like me. It's not. I can't get through to it. I'm not worthy. I am worthy enough to be a part of the United States Air Force, be a part of killing people in places we have no business being. But when it comes down from getting $1,000 to have my car fixed, my own bank wouldn't even fucking give me a credit card. So how am I supposed to, you know what I mean? But don't let it get you down, Marge. And then I make friends in the community that have restaurants, and then I do all kinds of shit for them. And then they fucking blow me off and pretend like I don't exist anymore. What am I supposed to do? Just allow for everything. Just the universe guide you. Dude, the universe has kept me in a fucking bubble my whole goddamn life. It's Chiron and Aries, man. It's stupid. I have not been recognized by people that have not done jack shit compared to what I've lived through in my life. It's bizarre. It's weird. And then I see all the things that get all the watches and all the clicks and I'm like, dude, I will never be that. I will never be what those people watch. I will never fucking be them. I didn't sell out. I look at the world, I look at how many people sell out. They sold their soul because I hope I'm given a chance one day and I don't take it. Otherwise, I'm just talking more shit just like everybody else, huh? Yeah? So, yeah, I always learned how it, and so back in 2013, 2014, that's when Shannon dumped me, and then that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to just frickin' say whatever I think and whatever I feel. I'm not going to stuff it in, because I did, and you know where it got me? Stuffing in my feelings and my emotions got me to be almost 200 pounds. Because I ate my feelings a lot. Then I changed it. I started changing my thinking. I started changing my behavior. I started changing, like, I'd go walk around all the time, and I started changing my habits, and I stopped hanging out with people. And that's when this whole spiritual thing really kicked into overdrive. 7 years ago, I moved to freaking, right this time, I moved to freaking Oregon. I feel like it's been like 2-3 lifetimes ago, and it's been 7 years. So anyway, I just haven't really felt much like talking. Because I really don't know what I'm supposed. It's like I had an idea of what I wanted in my life. I always had to allow for what life was going to unfold for me, because life was never how I wanted it. I always wanted to be a part of a family, and my own family had rejected me. It's that fucking Chiron and Aries, man. Kicks my ass every fucking time. Even my own family, like, I don't get, I get to see pictures of my niece and then show pictures of mom, her granddaughter, because they post shit on social media. There's Hallie, Ma. She started 3rd grade today. Look how much she looks like mom. She looks like mom. I'm not going to show her. But she looks so much like mom. She looks a lot like mom. She have the, and that's the thing. That's genetics. That's DNA. We are once carbon and now chrysalis print of our ancestors. And people are always just so baffled and like, it is so weird how much he looks like his dad. Well, who's he gonna look like? But his parents, people just always are just so trite. They're so shallow in their thinking. Good boy talk. So, anyway, it's exhausting being an INFJ too, also, as well as, and. But you just get a point. You just get to a certain point in your life that it's just like, you know what, dude? It's no. I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna be me. I've mostly been me my whole entire life. I always acknowledge like when I should taper it down. But it also those 8 anthrax vaccines really did a number on my ability to not freaking tolerate any kind of shit at all. That kind of freaking ruined it too. So there's a lot of people coming out to who they really are, like I started doing a few years ago. Peeling of the onion. More and more people are doing it. That's what being a human being is. That's what being a spiritual being, having a human experience is just trying to try life on and all that it has to offer. And then, some people start lower the bottom than other people, and ideally, if you get someplace, you're supposed to remember where you came from. People, how soon they forget, how quick they forget. But we'll see more and more of what people are made of, and we're coming into hurricane season. And there's more and more structures and devastations. And where are these people going to go? There's all kinds of places. And these developers just keep making these just monstrosities, just absurdities. And it's like the cycle continues. That's all they ever do in cities is like they tear things down and they rebuild them. And then somebody else comes in and says, I think it should be like this. And then they tear it down and they rebuild it. And it's just... It's all out of it's a cycle that needs to be broken. So I am gonna say this and then I'll wrap it up. I got all these notifications. There's a huge turnover right now on the planet, and I can tell, especially when I get like 8 emails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the places they're looking for a head librarian. So either all these people got fired or all these people quit all at the same time here in Taos. Taos, there's only like 7,000 people in the whole town. In the county, there's like, I think there's like, I don't know, I get all kinds of different numbers, but there's a lot of people that have 2nd, 3rd, 4th houses here that live in Texas and all over the place. So there's not full-time, there's not that many full-time residents. So they have maintenance mechanic, $17 an hour. So I think there are all these, here's a lifeguard, $17 an hour. So all these people, I want to see the budgets, man. I want to see the budget, because there is so much freaking money in Taos, dude. There is so, Julia fucking Roberts lived out here. I mean, there's money. All the money is here. It's just in people's pockets. So the place is just going to be, oh, here we go. A public works director, internal and extec. So the public works director got fired. 90,000 to 112,000 depending on experience. See that's ridiculous. See, so there is money for, but it trickles down to $17 an hour for the people that fucking do the backbreaking work, not the librarian, but the public works operator. Oh, they make $20 an hour. That one's $20 an hour. And here's another one, a landfill, because they always have to close, like, they're always closing the freaking landfill because they can't find people to freaking work at the dump. That's what it's like in Taos, New Mexico. People Zoo, where people come to just walk around and say, oh, look at the little fucking adobe shop. Why the fuck would you come here? Why would you use all your energy and all your resource to fucking, oh, look at the little fucking shop at John Dunn. Should we buy a little spatula from the kitchen shop? What the fuck, man? There's people everywhere that don't have fucking places to live, and people are just pissing away money on freaking frivolous shit all the time. So landfill superintendent, 62,000 to 71,000 a year. But they get, listen to their bonus. They get their benefits package. Every job I just said is all the same. They get you want up there, bud? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Good boy. So you get 100% major medical premium paid for employee with the choice of State of New Mexico Blue Cross or Presbyterian or public employee retirement and stuff. They get all these, and the same goes for the freaking military. It's like they get all these. When I got to Offutt, I got to go to this warehouse. It was basically like a hardware store with clothes. It was like a Montgomery Ward's or a Sears or something like that. Only it was in the size of a small warehouse. It was right on base, and I just got to take my shopping cart. I had a list of all my cold weather gear, and I just got to push it around and put freaking thousands of dollars worth of freaking stuff in, and then they rang it all up, and they're like, okay, here's a black marker. All right, see you later, bye. Nobody paid for anything, because I was in the military, and, it's just, they get allowance for everything. You people think welfare's bad? Like, I grew up, people thought my mom and me, like, they treated us like we were shit because we were on welfare and we had food stamps. God bless you, Mom. And stuff like that, right? Mom got like $50 a month for food stamps when we were growing up. And I had special dietary things that the doctor even wrote a letter to get us, and I think she got like $15 extra or something. Some bullshit. Like, oh, thank you, merciful fucking bureaucrat, you fucking piece of shit, And because they feel inept. These people that work in these positions, they feel bad about themselves, so they want to make other people feel miserable. That's what they're for. That's what they exist. That's what their roles are. That's what they do. So, good boy, Tuck. Anyway, everything's falling apart. Everything's crumbling. It has to happen. It has to, man. Do people still think there's 7-8 billion people on the planet, or are they seeing that the numbers they lied to? It is really sad, the loss of life at the fire. It's loss of life, and any soul group that transitions all at the same time, thank you for your service. There's 50 53, 56 people that died in the fires, you know, like stories of people running for their lives, jumping in the ocean, you know. And then there's account and reports that like there's no fires, there's no warning, there's no, it's 2023. What are fucking people paying for all this freaking, you know, bureaucrats to take care of us to make sure we're okay, and there's just so much loss of life because there's so much negligence. I got a video today. Maybe I'll make a put it on the community page. I went and got water this afternoon, and I got video of the project that they took 5 years to finish. Right there, and they didn't. I document how they didn't put in a turning lane to turn out of the water house. It's fucking retarded. It's like paint by numbers, but these are supposed to be professional people that are taking care of the infrastructure for everybody. People aren't very, the dumbing down of society has worked. We're here. We're at survival of the fittest. And the closer we get to the age of Aquarius, the weirder shit's gonna get, man. The expressions of self-expression alone, to each his own. Cool. Cool, man. Just don't, like, put it in my fucking face, because you might get a dot in the eye. You know? But, and we're going to find more and more that all these things that people have been using to alleviate their angst and their anxieties and their desires and all that stuff, they're not working anymore, too. So more and more people are going to be angry and mad about that. More fighting. No. It could be diverted. It could all change. It's like immediately people just started like learning how to meditate and talking about their feelings and releasing the desire for freaking so many stupid materialistic things. You know, getting back to human connection and all that. You know, gratitude comes up back to the forefront, things like that. We'll see. Too many, not New Mexico, man. Too many freaking people buying dumb shit they don't need, or eating those chilies. God, man, I had to cool it with the food pages around here, because it's like, God, people care more about freaking eating than they do freaking other human beings. It's just bizarre what people connect with, but it's changing, you know. And I ain't always been the way I am. I have evolved into a 3D freaking, you know. I wanted all this stuff, the house, my car was a Rogue though, practical shit. But anyway, I hammered on long enough. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a ride.